Evet, YouTube, hoş geldiniz tekrardan. bb.gg/SoloJohn TV kanalında canlı yayındayız. Kaldığımız yerden devam ediyoruz. Wow. Makinalı tüfek var. Anladım abi. Mermi. Geber!
That's it for you.
Lan çık önümden, çık ağaç parçası ya.
Somewhere up there, the dolphins were waiting on me. Sounds like you don't give up too easy. That's the kind of man I am, Ben. I set out to do something. I do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn. Brother, I'm gonna make you pay for that.
İnme, inme, inme, çık. Hayda. Ver baştan ver. Ha, okey, bak.
Sorry, son of a bitch. Blew out my damn eardrums.
Wow. Lan.
That's right. Run.
Sana kardeşim.
I'm gonna shoot you dead.
Lan çık.
That asshole just killed Red.
Mermi.
Right about then,
Bizdenmiş.
much to my relief, the vigilantes finally arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had them, after months of dogged pursuit. But it turned out that they had me.
Take him out! I'm sending you to hell!
Adam push çıktı lan.
The Daltons had played me
Not so
like a
tough after
fiddle.
all this.
Apparently, the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive. But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in a
Did you
fuck.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Or just one more?
You're talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it'll even float.
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God,
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy. But somehow I managed to finally disembark. I was coughing up smoke and pretty damn pissed. I was done playing games with those boys. It was time to settle this once and for all.
Hadi bakayım ha.
About to come at me one at a time. They were in this together. Two brothers side by side, determined to take me down. Confident that this time the odds were
biri
on their
yetmedi mi?
side.
Oy. Yok ettiler beni. Buna odaklanacağım.
They got it wrong.
Ya!
A sad end for those two.
İşte böyle alırım
If they'd
sizi.
only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds. Paroled 14 years later, he moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend of that fateful day. And the tragic death of his two brothers. My own brothers died tragically as well, truth be told.
Sot yedi.
It was 1868, and me and my older brothers were pulling a tidy profit running cattle. I'd been on their trail for months, ever since they left their hideout in the Bighorn Mountains. Led by Butch Cassidy, they were a loose association of outlaws who robbed banks and trains from Colorado to Montana. Among them was the Sundance Kid, and that murderous hombre I was tracking, Roscoe Bob Bryant. They blew the bridge with the intention of forcing the train to stop. Well, I assumed the wild bunch was likely in the still intact part of the train high above. So I had no choice but to make my way up through the passenger cars dangling down. I was determined to make that sumbitch Bob pay for what he did to my brothers.
My ears are still ringing from blowing up that ridge. What'd you say? I can't hear a goddamn thing.
Well, I made my way off unscathed and came upon a few members of the gang and had no choice but to dispatch them. From there, I had to negotiate an even more precarious route. But first, I would need to get my ass out of there. I jumped from the frying pan into the fire as the train was clearly fixing to fall. I had found the gang, but in order to find old Bob, I needed to fight my way forward past a whole passel of desperados. Outside, inside, any way I could, I made my way towards my prey.
Well, what about the passengers?
It was mostly a freight train, as I recall. There were no passengers aboard that day.
Oops. Chops. Lan dur, göremiyorum.
As I mentioned before, I am not fond of heights. But I was too busy dodging bullets to worry about falling to my death. Odds were I was likely to die that day anyway. So I was determined to take down as many of those bastards as I could.
Well, that's a first. You bastard!
Nereden vurdun? Vurma, tamam. Kapıdan giremiyorum.
Yeah, you know you can't beat me.
Şuradan gideceğim o zaman.
Times it was like shooting ducks in a shooting gallery. The only difference is these damn ducks shot back.
Öl, geber, düş. Farkları buluyoruz ha. Güzel. Çıkalım.
I kept hoping the law would show up and give me a hand.
You mean like that giant Pinkerton posse that I read about? Did they come riding in, guns a-blazing to help?
Yedi kişiyle mi uğraşacağım? Hadi bak.
Help? From the Pinkertons? No, son. I had to fight the wild bunch all by my
Atmat var
lonesome,
lan.
as usual.
Kayboluyorlar.
Who the hell is that?
Sıçarım köpek, kaçma. Lan kim vurdu arkadan öyle? Başlama. Hayda. Bir daha ver. Al. Tamam. Ben ölmedim mi lan?
My guess is those dime novels didn't portray this as it happened, did they? Only a few stragglers were left. I had to cut them down pronto if I was going to stay on old Bob's trail. Once I silenced all those guns, I went searching for my nemesis, determined to finally have my justice. But the only survivor who welcomed me was George Flat-Nosed Curry.
Who was he?
The fastest gun in the gang.
Hadi canım.
Right after Sundance, I mean. And Kid Curry, and maybe Elsie Lay.
Curry.
Though some folks might dispute that. On that very same day, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid decided to leave the Wild Bunch behind.
Hadi
And decamp for
bakalım.
South America. They ended up living down there for many years, but I'm sure you already know all about that.
Güzel.
I tried to find Bob Bryant, but it was as if he'd disappeared. Sometime later, I heard the Wild Bunch was back together. Kid Curry escaped from jail, and now he was running the whole shebang. So I took to their trail, as I was still in pursuit of my brother's killer and hoped that he was back with them.
That Kid Curry's kind of crazy, ain't he? Don't let him hear you saying that.
Anyways, I tracked those boys to a camp right outside Parachute, Colorado.
Hadi bakalım şunu da açalım. Oh be.
Oh, shoot! We're under fire! Well, he's crazier than a cat in a room full of rats. Why don't somebody shoot him?
Berat abi hoş geldin. Lan dinamit attı. Efekt dinamit attı.
Being outnumbered, I didn't bother with a warning shot. I just started taking those bastards down.
Bundan mermisi bitiyor. Bitti.
Old Bob wasn't among them, and neither was Kid Curry. I could sense him close by, however, plotting something nasty. I just needed a clue as to their whereabouts.
buraya. Ha?
And I found one.
Oo,
A map with their bold plan clearly marked. This time they were fixing to blow up a train trestle. Property of the Union Pacific. The plan clearly indicated how they were fixing to undermine several of the weakest wooden supports.
Wow.
Kid Curry was considered the wildest of the wild bunch. It was said that he fathered 85 bastard children, though some say it was only 5.
Oops.
Kid Curry had bragged to a whore how he was gonna rob a train heading to the U.S. Mint in Denver. And that whore, Fat Sally, she told me.
Düştüm
Because
lan.
I had to tread carefully. Otherwise, I could, well, die. I hope you understand
Abi
how
ama
badly
bak var
my
burada.
adventure might have ended had I not been as careful as hell. The bridge was rigged with dynamite, so I decided I'd best be careful confronting those bastards. A moment later, I saw a ladder that somehow had escaped my attention.
Don't you blow us up now.
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
But the Wild Bunch did not take kindly to my presence and attempted to blow my head off. It appeared the kid had found a number of new recruits to bolster their ranks. Yes, there's always desperate men willing to trade their lives for stolen treasure.
What happened next?
Well, having removed the first bundle of dynamite, I decided I might as well remove the other one. Once that was done, I figured I'd find my way from there.
Tamam. Lan. Of. Ver.
You ain't seen that accident.
So, what happened then?
Had to remove more of that damn dynamite.
Tamam, bunu da aldık.
It must have been terrifying trying to make your way across.
I was sweating it a bit, but then I noticed a footbridge tied up on high, so I shot the rope. should mention that, darling. As actually there was a fourth charge impeding my progress.
Alalım da bundan.
Once I removed it, my path was pretty clear.
This asshole has a death.
Hops, hops, hops, hops. Ver.
You call down the thunder.
Tamam öldü o. Güzel.
Somebody really pissed this. You're really pissing me off.
So I proceeded onward and realized that that way just wasn't gonna work. I needed an alternate path forward.
Ne oldu? Bir şeyler oldu. Buradan gidelim. Kusura bakmayın. Hızlı, hızlı, hızlı.
Luckily, I found a cave, and as I made my way back to the bridge, I saw something that concerned me. It was a long burning fuse, and it was moving fast as hell. I had to catch it. The burning fuse was so damn quick, I had to run like the wind. I almost had it. No. Thought I was gonna have a coronary when I lost sight of those sparks. Sledgehammer. It's truly amazing I've made it this far in life, considering how many times I've danced with death.
Get off the bridge!
Koş koş koş. Koş koş koş. Hızlı hızlı.
I knew that failure meant boom.
Koş koş.
Then,
Boom değil,
finally,
boom değil.
at the
Koş
last
koş.
moment,
Lan nereye nereye nereye? Oy oy oy oy oy. Fımsı fımsı. Al al al lan dinamitleri al. Alsana kardeşim. Alo. Alo.
Of course, I was successful, or clearly I wouldn't be talking to you folks here today. Naturally, I removed the last dynamite charge. Well, it was a touching reunion. But by this time, I was thoroughly exhausted and dragging my ass, as I was not a young man anymore.
Bir daha ver. Ups. Lan. Körsün.
Kill that SOB! Make you bleed!
Finally, I found those boys, or more precisely, they found me.
Bloodier than a damn fruitcake!
Hayır dinamit atma, dinamit atmayın, atmayın, dinamit atmayın. Teşekkür ederim yine. Çok sağ ol. Ver ver mermi ver. Hop hop hop. Abi ama nerede be? Her yerde insan, adam, bir şey var. Gel. Come on. Al mermi al. Mermi aldım. Hayır, bunun arkasına sak. Dinamit de at. Oha! Çüş! Çok zor. Mermi. Dynamite. Bir tane de bana geldi. Dinlen abi. Dinlen. Bir dakika ya. Benim saklanacak bir yere ihtiyacım var ki. Benim saklanacak bir yere ihtiyacım var. Geri kaç. Tamam. Ver bunu, ver. Güzel. Evet, çok ortadaydım ya. Güzel.
Just when I thought things couldn't get worse, Kid Curry opened up on me
bitmediniz
with a
ha.
goddamn Gatling gun. It was hidden in this tunnel and pretty well shielded.
Oy. Bu ne lan? Oha, çüş. Çüş. Kid Curry. Bu nasıl ölecek abi? Bak burada.
Luckily, I had located some dynamite. I still, however, had my work cut out for me.
Başladı herif aramaya. Aa, bol bol dinamit var burada. Hıps. Hıps. Allah be. Yok ha, biraz canı gitti şükür ya. İlk köpek eksikti. Al. Bunun duvarına dayansam vuramaz herhalde ya. Deneyeyim mi? Wow, çok yakınlaşamıyorsun. Damage'i artıyor. Okey. Geliyor köpekler. Abi çok zor. Çok zor. Al. Al. Al. Bir tane daha. Al. Aa, yukarıdakileri halledeceğim şimdi. Şimdi çıkarmak çıktı var. Yukarıda adam çıktı. Ah. What? Bomba mı attı o? Bomba attı o. Hızı hızı hızı hızı. Geldiler. Az önce bomba attı herhalde. Allah. Burada patlayıcı bir şey yok. Taşın önünde mi var acaba? Ben bu tarafa geçiyorum. Yok yok. Dinamit bitti. Geri dönüp dinamit almam lazım. Aldım. Oy. Ya. Bomba atıyor, bomba atıyor. Yine dinamit bitti. Burada dinamit kalmamış. Oraya koşmam lazım. Hıbıda fıs. Oh wow. Hıps. Canı çok az gidiyor canı ya. Dinamit bitti. Kaldı mı ki orada? Şimdi ben seni nasıl dinamitliyorum görsen. Arda arda birkaç tane dinamit atamıyorum işte. İkinciyi atınca taramaya başlıyor. Ve bazıları uzağa gitmedi. Daha yukarı bakarak atıyor. Allah belanı vermesin, gel. Ya Allah belanızı versin sizin be. Öf, bunlar ne koşuyor üstüme lan? Ölmüyorlar oğlum, ölmüyorlar. Adam üstüme koştu, taşa takıldım kaldım ya. Of. YouTube için süre doldu. İzlediğiniz için teşekkür ederim. Daha sonra görüşmek üzere. Buralarda böyle videolar çıkıyor. Onlara bakabilirsiniz. Beğenip yorum atarsanız filan algoritmayı yenmiş oluruz. Daha çok izleniriz. bb.gg/SoloJohn TV adresinde gelin canlı olarak izleyin. Görüşmek üzere.